Alright, so now we're recording. Hey! Kill me! Okay, so, starting an hour late because of all this nonsense. Not going to summarize. Here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about why I'm not enjoying myself in this game. And that may sound very strange, because I have been very positive about it. It is an overwhelmingly positive game. And I was confused more than anything about why I wasn't enjoying myself. And so I started thinking, like, okay, hang on. What's the issue here? Is it just me? That's always my first thought, right? My first thought is always, there's something wrong with me. Surely I am the problem here. And I find that I want to start with that. Because I find it funny how many of my usually YouTube commenters tend to be like, oh, well, it's just him. It's just the problem is him. And he never considers that. The game is perfect. It's always the reviewer's fault. And I find that funny, considering my first instinct is always that it's actually my fault, not theirs. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Chaos Warriors.
Why are you here? No, we're going to bleed them out as hard as we can. Then we're gonna die. This is a failed battle. We are going to lose this battle. But we're gonna do everything we can, cause them pain on their way up. Where are you at? You're right here. Yeah, it's clearly my fault. It's my fault. Yeah, no, it's a very net positive game because this is a very well constructed game. But then I really started to think about it. And I started to process why I wasn't enjoying myself. And if you looked at the review document, you've already seen that I've already jotted down a note about it. And that note is Dragon Age 2 syndrome. Now, Dragon Age 2 syndrome is a very specific thing. I'm gonna give you a chance to make me happy today. Can anybody in chat tell me exactly what Dragon Age 2 syndrome is? Because that would be awesome if anybody could actually tell me that right now.
Warriors of Corn.
It's a pretty specific thing. Saffron, of course, has never watched me ever before, ever. Long repetitive combat? Spawning enemies? No. Fun, but shallow gameplay is probably the closest to it. Because here's the key thing, and a lot of people don't understand this. Dragon Age 2 is a fun game. At first. Dragon Age 2's combat is fast-paced, frenetic, it's visceral, and it's enjoyable for all three classes. You can rush through, and you get some cool abilities, and there's some cool combos you can do with your party members, and it's a fun game to play. And that's the thing most people don't really latch onto, and that's the distinction that makes something Dragon Age 2 syndrome. Because the catch is, that never changes. There's no variance. Eventually, at some point or another, you kind of get tired of doing the exact same combat over and over and over, and you're starting to see what this has to do with this game. Because what I started doing in my head was I started thinking, okay, let me think of like any other particular strategy game, either 4X style or real-time strategy or grand strategy or anything like that I don't get bored of. Why is that? And I know this is going to be very unfair, but the place my mind went to immediately was StarCraft 2. And I know that's unfair, because I am comparing this against the best RTS ever made. But the thing is, and what StarCraft 2 does very, very, very well, is it has tremendous variety and extraordinary depth to it. It is not fun but shallow. It is fun but incredibly deep. Now, hang on. I already know the defense that fans of this game are going to level at this. Because they're going to say, Lore, you're dumb, and I hate you, and you're ugly, and you're stupid, and you're absolutely right. But that doesn't matter, because I'm right too. The problem here is that playing as a given faction for a while doesn't really have internal variety. You know why I've only started running into this problem today? It's because I've been playing one faction all day, or most of the day. You see the problem? When I was bouncing across lords, the gameplay was varied. What I was doing was varied. There was interesting and fun and engaging stuff, and there is obviously depth on display. But when I lock in with a faction and start going for the long haul, all of a sudden, of the 50 flavors of ice cream, I only get one. And that's the one flavor of ice cream I have to keep eating over and over and over. Do you see the problem? You see the issue with that? It's an extremely broad game. There's tons of variety, tons of options, and wonderfully good game design everywhere. But it is entirely too elongated. Then I started thinking about previous Total War games I've played. And as I was thinking about it, I realized that I have actually never finished a Total War game in my life. And therein we have the problem. Because what happens is, at any given point as I'm going through a particular faction, any faction, really, I get to a point where I'm just like, all right, I kind of, this is neat and all, but I'd like to do something else. And so I want to move on. Now, what's funny is this is the exact same problem a lot of 4X and Grand Strategy games have in almost the exact same thing, and that is mid-game. The mid-game just kind of falls apart a little bit. Now, I don't know about the end game. We haven't reached end game. In fact, I don't think we will reach end game with Khorne, because I don't think there is an end game for Khorne. Or rather, for the Realms of Chaos campaign. I know there's an end game built in for the Immortal Knights campaign. But we're very firmly in the mid-game, and it's boring as crap. Set that one up there. Good. Now, having said all that, having gotten all that out of the way, I'm already hearing people in chat tell me I'm wrong and stupid. But having gotten all that out of the way, that's, I think, why I'm not having fun with the mid-game, while I'm just sitting here, spinning my wheels and playing whack-a-mole. Because that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm playing whack-a-mole. I feel like I'm being irritated, trying to put out brush fires instead of actually progressing. I haven't accomplished anything. My entire Khorne playthrough, I haven't done anything. I don't even have one province under my control. By the way, I will put that towards Tinykin. Thank you for being a part of the show, Walker. My bloodletting is really low, yeah. That's also not a great thing. What are you? So, we're gonna go ahead and play this counter siege. Or I guess, defensive siege. Excuse me, I don't know why I said counter siege. And, we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna try and bleed them, ironically, as much as we can on their approach. Yeah, sorry, I gotta let YouTube be the one that self-deprecates me. I get plenty of that, I suppose. Go ahead, Evo. Thank you for trying. Now, okay. I always like to talk about the good and the bad. So, to completely contrast everything I just spent however long ranting about, I should probably mention that this is, without question or hesitation, the best Total War game I've ever played. Like, that's not even a contestant. That is absolutely the truth. Nothing else even compares.
Carnage moves!
Because everything I've had problems with before in Total War games, and I've played several, is everything I'm talking about just taken even further, right? Like, if you think I'm having issues playing as, if you think I'm having issues playing this game, I would have been bored 3 days ago in a lot of previous Total War games. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's go ahead and scooch over here. And yeah, exactly. This game has legitimately varied factions. This game has some interesting and engaging strategic gameplay. This game has legitimately varied tactical gameplay, and so forth and so on.
It brings destruction. Chaos Warriors of God! Blood for the Blood God. Skullbreakers will.
I find myself wondering, too, if I made a mistake in deciding to commit... No, Dr. Winter. To playing as Khorne for my first actual campaign. In which case, that's still technically the game's fault, but it is also, at that point, my fault, too, because I'm the one who decided to play a faction that probably shouldn't be played in this manner.
The Horde! Surging!
So now my job is to bleed them. Blood for the blood reveal. And yeah, you're probably right, Sion. There are probably still several races which are just not as baked as other ones. There's just... I mean, that's true in every game, right? Now, that's true. I've talked about this before. This is true when it comes to class design, not just faction design. So, you know, you see a legitimately well-designed class in an MMO or in, like, Diablo or whatever. Whoops. It's like, man, this class is awesome. And then some other classes are just much, much better designed. Because that's life, right?
Chaos Warriors of Khorne!
Having said that, I'm not sure how many or even if negatives I'm going to be giving for all of this fun stuff. I'll debate it. It's something I'm still chewing on. It's something that was on my mind a lot during the lunch break until I had to start dealing with bank crap.
Northern barbarians!
Where are you? There you are. No. Come over here.
It serves chaos.
I need you to kind of hold them there.
Chaos Warriors.
I can move in. In fact, I'm just going to do it now. I'm just going to sandwich them in right now. Just have them hold them for
It is done.
Captured a victory point. What I find funny is they're still winning. I think a lot of that's because of their lord, and we completely lost this area. Yeah, there's also the Realms of Chaos Doom counter thing, which Tootie already mentioned in chat during the previous stream. Try to entrap those. Try to entrap those.
Blessed for slaughter!
Is question bot working? We'll find out in a second. No, question bot is dead. Someone killed question bot. Who murdered question bot? Damn you, Walker. How could you? I trusted you. Screw it. Let's spend our resources. Let's do something here. I'm still kind of keeping their lord just completely over here.
Northern barbarian!
Let's see what we can do with him. I haven't seen any of your questions. Wait, you've only asked one question! Damn you, Evo. Damn you for being so awesome. Okay, so that flank is gone, and I'm just going to accept that. Because the AI is probably too stupid to take advantage of that. You, I need you to... Oh, you're doing perfectly. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. The first echo was Zethmias. Was their personality different? Yes! So you may or may not remember this, Evo. Why do I send you over here? Oh, I had a legitimate panic attack earlier, Lunaruth. I'm not gonna lie to you. But... I don't know. I have a lot of experience at rolling with the punches. What can I say? That's true. I did like playing as Imric. And in fact, I'm looking forward to getting back to that when we get back to the testing the non-realm of chaos things. We are just slow-moding through him, but you know what? Do it to it. Slow-mode it through. Whoa! Camera! So you may or may not remember this, Evo, but my original work for the Echoes... So, okay, you remember me telling you about how the original stuff I would write was kind of a compilation thing. It was something me and my friends did for fun. Well, one of the things that was a very common thing, one of the original originations of the Echoes, was that the Echoes were each based off friends of mine. In fact, that's where most of their names come from. I cannot believe these guys are holding this. I am legitimately shocked at how well they're just holding this guy here. Well, the reason I mentioned that is that's an answer to your second question. You said how different it be from how it was. And the answer is substantially different. Because if Myas, well, that wasn't even his name originally. That's true. There could just be... I could just be focusing too much on this exact campaign, Bacchias, and you're right. It's very possible that, you know, if I were to restart the game, even just playing as Khorne... I'm not going to answer that if that's okay, Evo. Even just playing as Khorne originally... excuse me, even restarting as Khorne, I might have a different experience with it, right? Because that's how the numbers go. Oh, you're finally... You won? Holy crap, rats. It's okay. The reason I'm not going to tell you his name is because it's my name. My original name, not my current name. So... that's why. We really are slow-moding this guy down. This is actually funny. Oh my god! Okay, so if you're not catching that, I walked into this battle with the intent to bleed them as much as possible. It's to make them pay for every inch, right? That's the strategy. Make them pay for every inch. Because this was supposed to be a colossal loss. In case you missed that, I have won. I am in a state of won. Yes, this is the second time as Khorne I have won when I walked into the battle planning to lose. That guy is sprinting! Jesus, look at him! He is running! Oh, he's on a horse, that's why. Holy crap. Well, plus, I have no hero, and these are all just garrison units. I have 4... what are these? Marauders? No, excuse me, these are Chaos Warriors. 4 Chaos Warriors and 5 Bloodletters. That's it. That was my defense. I was thinking in my head, there's no frickety way. Now, I would love to go for the hat trick and kill him, but I don't think that's on the table. He is running way too quickly. Unless... I mean, I've been putting a little bit of faith in the auto-resolve for 2 reasons. One, because it's not total crap in this particular Total War like it has been in every other game ever. But 2, because I'm assuming that I don't know what I'm doing, right? Which, it's an easy thing to assume. We're not going to... There's no way. There's no way in hell. I'm not even going to get any pot shots. Who's my closest? You. Get up there. Let's see if we can get any pot shots. Just at the end. Here, let's speed this up. That's true, Blade Travel. I do try to be a professional. Damn. Oh, well. Pyrrhic victory. Pyrrhic victory. Bull crap! That was a sweep. Look at that. Look at that. 702 kills. So originally Sithmias was me. Obviously. Evo. Then he became a little bit different. He shifted a little bit to being more a portion of me, which I've tried to describe before and I failed at, so forgive me for skipping over that for a second. Then, God, I don't know, 15 years ago at this point, it's been a minute, is when I decided to stop, to start taking myself out of my fiction and start turning it into something a little bit more real. And that's when I had to invent a completely new personality for Sylvias from scratch. This is part of what I'm talking about, though. To go back to the Dragon Age 2 syndrome thing, what I just did was fun. That was enjoyable. But I don't want to do it 50 more times, you know what I mean? Wow, I got a bunch of stuff out of that, Jesus. I'll take the favor, because I'm still running at a deficit. We're down to 87 factions at the moment. It is. It's the same problem with the World of Light in Smash Bros. Ultimate. Fun? Yeah. And then you have to do it 200 times, and it's just, ah! Who are you? Decisive defeat. Well, no, okay, this is going to be a loss. In fact, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to retreat. Ah, okay. So he chased. Alright. Well, I'm about to lose my second hero unit, but that's kind of okay, because I can't afford a third army anyways. So I might give up on just kind of let him die, because that way my upkeep will be lower. And that sounds like a very Khorne thing to do, doesn't it? To let someone die to lower the amount of upkeep they pay. That's very Khorne. Oh, we're going to bleed him. We're going to do what we can here.
Lord of Scott.
Dude's only level 1, though. So we don't have much to work with. But we do have Exalted Bloodletters. This is like one of the best frickin' dudes we have here. So we're gonna
Blood for the blood god.
We're gonna do this.
Skulls for the skull.
We're gonna see what they do in reaction to this, because sometimes I like to change their formation. Okay, so they're being very stupid. That's always nice. Okay, I want you to charge right down that gullet. No, charge. There you go. And ditto, except over here. Boom! Camera. I haven't seen my Exalted dudes of that. Oh, I like those swords. Hi! just charge right in there.
Lord of Khorne.
And now, honestly, there's not a lot else I can do except for wait and watch. They're going to surround and pound them. They're dead, so their job is to hold the line. Let's see if we can at least kill one unit. Come on, one unit. One unit. Get him! Kill him! Hi, Sean. Oh yeah, no, they're turbo dead. They are absolutely melting. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. But let's see if we can kill one unit. Just one. That's all I want. I don't think I'm going to manage it. I don't think I'm going to manage it. Not as a level 1 nobody with no abilities. Okay, I'm just going to speed this up. Okay. So what happened was all of the echoes were obviously originally based on the people in question. You know, Jonathan, Andrea, Jenna, etc., etc. But then, well, none of those people are my friends anymore. Haven't been for a long time. Like 20 years, long time. So, same thing. I had to invent personalities whole cloth for them. Do we do anything? Do we kill anything? We actually did. We actually killed 75 of their troops. I'll take it. Honestly, I'll take it. We've already pulled 2 miraculous wins out. Let's not discount that. No, not at all, Evo.
Blood Reaper.
Where was that? That was down here, wasn't it? Yeah, that's that guy. No, that's the Skaven. Is it this guy? Yeah, that's the guy who did it. Alright, where's my forces? Where's my forces? Get rid of this for a second. Where's my peoples? There we are. Okay. So where's the nearest portal? Immediately behind us. Why do I not see it? Oh, it's right there.
Skulls. Blood awaits elsewhere.
What do you think? We can apparently enter any of the rifts. I'll close it. Whatever, let's do corn first. Let's stay on brand.
To trespass upon the Chaos Realms is to step into a nightmare. 4 domains ruled by their cruel masters. Nurgle, the master of plagues. Slaanesh, the lord of excess. Tzeentch, the changer of ways. And Khorne, the blood god. We must visit each realm and steal a soul from a demon prince. For it is these souls, one from each of the great powers, merged together, that shall light the hidden path to the Forge. The realm of chaos, a place unbound. The constraints of the mortal dimensions have no effect here. Only the whims of the dark gods matter. Yet there are places where no ruinous power claims influence. In the Forge of Souls, Be'lakor lurks, and Ursun dies. Until we have the 4 demon prince souls, it will remain out of reach. Welcome back, mighty Starbrand. The exile returns. Upon its blood-strewn ground, armies of demons clash in gladiatorial contests of unending slaughter. Battle through this cauldron of war and reach the Brass Citadel. There you will find the Gatekeeper, the favored demon prince of Khorne. Kill him to claim his soul.
You looked at me with eyes of hatred and rage, and then...
Okay. Do I have a favorite echo?
Starbrand, slave Khorne.
Map. Map. Yeah, there we go. We can get a chainsword. A little early, but, you know, cool, cool. Ugh. Of course, the chainsword is on the other side of the universe. Damn it. Yeah, she's up there, as I notice. A nice, big army. Of course, we're out of move, so we'll come back to that. Ugh. Hi. Well, back to this stuff, I guess.
Blood River City!
Where's my other dudes? Should be up here somewhere. There they are. You, what are you doing?
Court held! This empire!
I suppose Zaylanerm is my favorite Evo. If you put a gun to my head. Why are you always putting a gun to my head, Evo? I would go with Zaylanerm. I've done a lot of story with her. I know, right, Pancakes? Can we just give the Chaos Gods bacon and just be fine with it? Yay, the abominations have been obliterated. Whoever they were. So, how did the Vortex Campaign go? Not generically, like specifically. What was it? Because I remember poking at it, but we never actually did it in Warhammer 2. Let's do
Corpses.
All a battle.
Strength, rage, hatred.
So we can now move a little bit more. A little bit. Hang on. You mean youngest in real life or youngest in lore? In real life, the youngest would probably be effectively Zithmias. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's go ahead and... Okay, so let's go back off of that. Let's go kill him. Can we do that without... let's not do this. Other than Zithmias, let me think about that for a second. So Zaylanerm and the original Zithmias would be the first. After that would be Branix, Noxaith, Zanej, and Zaydenra, which are all basically at the same time. So I guess that's actually it. Oh, this looks gross. I think that's what I'm going to say about that. Listen, the Skaven could absolutely achieve spaceflight. Yes, yes. No, I haven't, Evo. It probably helps or hurts, I suppose, that they've been changed multiple times over the years.
Starbrand.
They already have spaceflight. Well, there you go. You know what? Actually, I'm going to change my impact. No. There you go.
Starbrand. A drinker of blood. Leave nothing alive. Rejoice in slaughter. Bathe in blood.
Of course, they're just sitting there. It's just always amusing me when they just sit there like, no, I'm good.
The exiled one. Blood, skulls, slaughter. For corn. Yeah,
they have several large, including a T-Rex, apparently.
Brutal bloodthirster.
They're attacking this nonsense.
The Wrathful Reaper. Yes, fury leads us on.
Scarbrand got stuck in and then wouldn't get stuck back out.
Scarbrand. Insufficient slaughter here. So be it.
Where'd the...
Blood. Skulls. Slaughter. Rage. Blood, skulls, slaughter! Skulls! Scarbrand! Eradicate them!
The very first Azimdi I ever designed was named Airbax. He has since been completely replaced to the point of being non-canonized, but his role in the plot has been replaced by Verideath.
The drinker of blood!
He was, I don't know, I kept changing my mind as to whether he was a villain or an ally, which probably was part of the problem. How's a night goblin? Airbax is a name that was mentioned in Primus, and also, incidentally enough, in Asheron's Call, which is where the name came from. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. There's a little bit of blood here. A little bit. Prison record and a shroom addiction. Yeah, that tracks. Just, you know, we're just gonna pepper the landscape a little bit. No, Verideath isn't a villain. Like I said, I changed my mind a few times, as I often do. Because Airbax goes back 20 years. 20 4 years, actually. Who is still alive for me to kill at this point? Thank you. It's like... There's like 2 Hydras who are like, we got this, guys! What is this, Age of Mythology? I mean, Hydras were legit in Age of Mythology. Yeah, that was actually a relatively small force. It's just... So... Airbex's original point was to be the one Azimdi who didn't think like an Azimdi. See, Saffron gets it. No, not yet, Tur. I saw that it was there, which reminded me of it. But as I think I've mentioned a few times, I used to play the crap out of Age of Mythology since it was one of my favorite RTSs. The second part of your question was something that I definitely still have on my screen and could definitely look up and look at. Let's see. Oh my god, it's a pit of nothing. Oh god! There's green. Why is there green under the... Look at that. You see that? There's just green under there. Is that where I can... That's where I can move. Look. Look at it. Anyways. Hi. So, now a much harder fight, which I don't think I can actually do. I mean, I have to, because it's that or, you know, we lose the soul. So, yeah. Interesting, Scion. See, Age of Mythology, I think, could stand with just a remaster, even though there are actually parts of that game that need retooling. Shrug. Yeah, I don't actually think we can win this fight. I can't use a throne. That's already been done. I've already used that ability. That's already done. I don't think there's anything else I could do to buff myself that I haven't already done. So, let's see how this goes. Attack them! Oh my god, I can't attack her. Okay.
My blood fury was unstoppable!
Hey, we can get Rage Incarnate now. I don't actually know what the difference is, but I'll assume it's better for some reason. Why is that not on? It's kind of weird. Hang on, can I fuse them made of worms? Let's see what this makes. Nothing. Okay, cool. Why can't I use these? I mean, it says it's same rarity, but when I do a common item and a common item, it says They need to be same category. So it needs to be same category and the same rarity. Gotcha. Which means I'm done. Unless I do these two. Into a giant blade, which I already have. So we can really gamble and try to fuse our giant blades into something. Screw it. I mean, at this point, whatever, right? Commit. Obsidian blade. That's not too shabby. And I don't know, we'll just put that there. That just gives us favor. I guess I could do armor. Sure, why not? That's... Okay, they really like these obsidian amulets. A weirdly large amount. Where's Rage embodied?
A tool of Khorne's wrath.
The problem with it is I'm curious what the difference is. I'm trying to figure out what Rage Embodied does, so I could then see what Rage Incarnate does. And I'm having trouble finding Rage Embodied, because you notice it's not mouse overing, it's only doing Rage Incarnate. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if it's worth the effort. I mean, obviously we'll get access to this stuff, so that's probably worth it anyways. I would like to know what the improvement is. I'm just going to Google it. Google it. Rage, there it is. Okay. 35, 35, 120. 55, 35, 120. Is that literally it? It just increases the range, and that's it? Alright, whatever. We're still gonna get it for the unlocks. Otherwise, I honestly don't think I would.
The drinker of blood. Reduce them to gold.
Okay. Yep. Item gained. Moving on. Back over here in the mortal plane. What are you doing? Gathering soul or skulls. Delicious skulls. Do me a favor, don't put any questions in the queue, Eva. Just hold on to one until I answer it. Please. No, you're fine. I didn't specify. We're gonna invest a little bit. Try to get some frickin' income going. Okay, so what inspired me to make the SMD? So I've always liked energy beings. Energy's clean. One moment. It says you have a package, period. Clean, it's clean. Organic stuff is gross. Ugh. I spit on it. Yeah, we're just gonna...
Cowblade plans.
a lot of height going on here. Why do we have 2 skull cannons? Don't answer that. Isn't this the higher ground, or is there even higher? Can I get up on there? That's actually an interesting question. Nope, I cannot get up on that cliff. Won't let me. I can get kind of up a little bit, but that's about it. Hey, Disco. That's about as high up as it's letting me get. Okay, let's see how this works. It's going to be another bleed them battle. The onus is on them this time. And of course, our cannons are extremely inaccurate, but yeah, if they could do anything, that'd be nice. So I like energy stuff, even, and so I like clean stuff. So what I did was I took those 2 ideas, and I just kind of developed from there. Like, I know that's the dumb answer, and it's not really a good answer, but that is literally the answer. God, they totally do, Sam. Well, they're tying up that cavalry, and they're dead, so we're just gonna leave them there to die. They're dead. Enjoy your death. For corn! For peas and corn! Alright, how common are dragons? Extraordinarily rare. Most people will go their entire lives and never meet one. However, I have been thinking about the idea of, you know, like of having some kind of dragons that actually live in core worlds and just kind of hang out and, you know, do your thing. But that's literally just a vague idea at this point. I've never really developed, so I don't know where I'd go with it. No, not like Shadowrun. Shadowrun, the dragons are extremely evil and also the only thing keeping the entire area from being eaten by insects. And worse. Which is, yeah, it's a thing. The odds of a dragon working at, like, a cafe is pretty low. A dragon visiting a cafe, a little more likely.
Taking up skulls!
A little bit more, so we can do a little bit more damage. The more damage, the better. Bleed them. There we go. Right in the middle, right in the middle.
Herald of corn!
Have a leading unit? They do not have a leading unit. Well, either way, the answer is extremely no, Disco. Dragons in my setting would be better described as elementals, and very rare and incredibly powerful. I often describe dragons as beings that could take on frigates by themselves. I do not see that. So, I'm just blind, apparently. Maybe we already killed him? I don't know. Doing your melee stuff. No, sorry, I'm using the wrong ability, that's why. Okay, go do that. No. Them. Damn you, Miss Marvel. I always knew you were secretly a dragon. Well, we've done a pretty good job of bleeding them. It's still a loss, but we all knew that was coming. Come on, as if there was any other kind of option. Nah, we lost our dude. We're dead. We're turbo dead. All that's left is the people doing wheelies in the middle of the enemy formations. I'm raising an eyebrow at you, Evo. I want you to know that. Oh. I'm not saying no, but I am saying that if there was a dragon who decided to be a stand-up comedian, or to work at a coffee shop, they would probably be the exception, not the rule. If for no other reason than the fact that there's probably only one dragon, like, within the space of an entire sector. They're pretty rare. I love this. We're still just causing a lot of damage to them as we go down here. You know what? Just for fun. Just for funsies. My favorite blank slate character of all time. I'm not sure I can think of one that I actually like. So I guess that's my answer. How do you forget you're a dragon, though? We're causing a lot of losses there. My god. Out-of-universe reasons? I mean, I like crystals, but no. They like crystals for the reasons I already told you. Patterns. We killed a lot of things. We killed a lot of them. Well, they can't really transform in any real sense of the word, so that's not an option. There's no shape-shifting. Oh, Jesus. Well, I suppose the answer then, Eva, would be the reason they like crystals, out of universe, is because they like patterns. I decided they like patterns. They have very patterned minds. My sister used to find this amusing because they made perfect sense to her, and pretty much everybody else who played Primus could never understand the SMD. Okay, so what's going on down here? Who are you? You're the Skaven. I don't really care about you, so I'm just gonna ignore you for right now.
River City!
See, the reason why, Evo, is because I am too stupid to comprehend the glory that is manifest within me. It's so weird. Well, what do you want me to do? What does it want me to do? Hi, Huthor. You've missed the worst day I've had in months. How's your day going? You also missed my big rant about why this game totally sucks. What is this I don't know what that means. And I don't even care. Where's my dude? Where'd she go? Did she run? wasn't expecting that. So now I have two options. I can sit here and wait for her to get around to fighting me. Or try to get the chainsword. Apply for invocations. I do have even more campaign move range. Yeah, I don't want to play, you know, who had the worst day, but I may be out $4,000 for the immediate future because of a banking error. That's what that earlier stuff was that I didn't say on camera. Or rather, I said it on stream, I didn't say it for the VOD. Nope, not taxes, just a bank screwing up. That's really all there is to that.
I crave bloodshed.
It is something that can be fixed, maybe. Eventually, maybe. We'll see how that works out. See you around, Walker. We're gonna save.
The wrathful reaper.
Can I make a gym this turn? No, I can't. Yeah, hey, Scarbrand, I want you to go to my bank. No problem!
You are weak.
Oh, it's because my control's really low. Why is my control at negative 99? Holy crap! What in God's name? Oh, it's because of this asshole, isn't it? Maybe? Okay, go away. Damn. Ooh, good idea, Simon. I keep forgetting I can't even do that. Yeah, okay. No, that was literally a misclick. I was trying to click the, So I saved before I did that. Looks like we're out of time for the rifts anyway, so I don't have to worry about her. Yeah, misclicks. The real reason why Iron Man modes, built-in Iron Man modes tend to suck. Well, that's not true. The real reason built-in Iron Man modes tend to suck is because of bugs. We've literally shown that off on camera. Try this again. I'm just gonna run right over this really quick.
Skulls await us.
There we go. Okay, so now that we can do this,
March.
we still can't make it. We still can't make it. Look at that. Right there. Rebellion imminent. Yeah. Literally nothing I can do about that.
Glory to the blood god.
Yeah, but if I do March stand... Well, okay, fine. Let's see what happens.
March through the agony.
Okay, so do the Wrathgate? How do I do the Wrathgate?
For the taking.
Or do I just have the chainsword? What? Corn Corruption plus 10, melee attack plus 20, enables magical attacks, armor piercing plus 250, unbreakable, unit does not suffer any form of leadership loss, no rout, gains passive ability, base weapon damage up to 300%, armor piercing weapon up to 300%, effect intensity increases with each kill made by the unit. That's bonkers. Okay. Cool. So okay, so I want to have the Vanguard deployment, obviously. What else we got here? Passive ability. Gore Feast replenishes hit points. It just gives me a regen if I'm in melee. I'm gonna get Vanguard first. But
More strength. More
alright, now let's go back to neutral stance. Yeah, that's okay. I get it. There's a thing. Okay, so now end turn. What's that, Uthor? Other than what is going on with my camera? I'm not doing this. My camera's just being weird. What the hell? So, a frustrated, slaughter-starved legion of demons has pounded their hooves, so I can do nothing. Or increase control. Sure, I can afford that real quick. Rebellion! Are you the rebels? Yep, you're the rebels. Cool, cool. Listen,
I only serve the Wolf Father.
No, Uthor. Hang on one sec, so I know I got to get this one next.
More fury for Korn's force.
What you just saw is as far into a realm as I've got. My fault. I'll freely admit. Okay. So I have a couple of choices here now that everything's closed again. Or at least that one's closed. I don't really want to kill Slaanesh. You know, I really don't like Slaanesh. There's this rift down here. But 4 turns? I don't know. I don't think I could... Well, that would take at least 3 turns just to reach. So, you know... I really, really want to kill Slaanesh. So, interesting, Uthor, okay. Let's do this. We're targeting them.
I hunger for battle.
And... yeah, we're gonna pop that too. The Ice Court has claimed a soul.
The
There you go. It has a soul. But now, without going into March, we can do this.
No.
What? There you go. Decisive victory. Yeah? Yeah, I imagine so. So, fully magical and fully mundane species. Fully mundane species other than humans. I think more species are mundane than magic, if I think about it, because there's... I can't think of the full list. I can only think of 5 species that are innately magical off the top of my head. Country music. I know that's not country. I can't do country off the top of my head. Oh, this place has... Okay, what is this, a settlement? Well, guess who has Vanguard? I'll give you 2 guesses, and the first 2 do not count. So I want you to imagine that you just sort of see this outside your town. I want you to picture this for a second. I want you to picture that you look outside of your town, and this is just what there is. Hang on, I think we're about halfway there. M. Hey, Rama.
Leave nothing alive. Rejoice in slaughter. Bathe in blood.
I was gonna say, to quote the Witch King of Agmar, send forth all legions. Do I actually see the chainsword? Oh, looks like I don't. Damn. That would have been amusing. But that's okay. We're up to 28% at the moment. Strength. I'm gonna say yes, although I just thought of a sixth one. In Teethans. They're not Monday. What the hell is Deus Ex Machina, Rama? Or Machinima? Deus Ex Machinima? Now I'm confused. Najari are also mundanes, yes. Innately mundane, or however you want to think of that. I actually misunderstood your question at first. I thought you were asking which races can use magic, and I'm like, everyone. Even dwarves, which don't exist in the extant, can use magic, yes. We're up to plus 62%. There's no dwarves in the extant for the same general reason that a lot of fictional settings are starting to move away from the easily copyable, difficult to copyrightable things, because it's nicer to have your own thing that you can point to and say, that's mine, instead of, oh yeah, and also we have dwarves. You know what I mean? Okay, we're okay. Bugged out for a second there. I guess I should control the rest of the army. Yes. Get up there. Actually, I do not have elves. Everything that bears a resemblance to an existing fantastical race does so by virtue of being grandfathered in thanks to the Primus campaign. And actually, in some of those cases, that's not true either. Sarai are the elves in the same way the Diablo rewrite is Diablo. If that makes any sense. And if it doesn't, then I'll use another terrible analogy. I'm really good at my analogies. Hi, Alex. I'm down $4,000 today. How's your day going? Okay, I got a joke about it. It's the only way I can cope. Yep, saving account. Like I mentioned earlier, in the absolute worst case scenario, it's just locked away in a vault that I can't access until an unknown time, probably years in the future. That's not great, but it could be worse.
The defenders are slain.
There are worse things. Trust me. I've been through them. Something I mentioned several times during the Babylon 5 thing. It can always get worse.
It is done.
A chain sword or chain mail? Well, speaking as someone who's actually used a chainsaw several times, chainsaws have their own issues. Like, those things are difficult and costly and difficult to use, so I wouldn't really have a lot of use for that outside of just having a chain sword, or a chainsaw, excuse me. What's the point? So I'll probably take the chain mail. At least I can wear that. The chain swords are cool and not very useful. Oh, chain email. Well, I mean, hang on. Alright, Disco's dead. So, what was I saying? Is there anybody else for me to kill? You're dead. You're dead. I've had a bad day and I'm playing a Scarbrand. How do you think this is gonna go? Yeah, about like that. About like that. A rogue judge. What would be possible reasons for a judge to go rogue and leave? Why would they do that? Well, maybe they're like, I'm going to go and spread my judgely ways to someone else to try and increase the general positivity and good, in general, good stuff within the galaxy. Something like that. So, what's our new banner? Armor piercing for just the unit, or the fear thing? Yeah, we're gonna stick with the fear thing. Yeah, that would be a great clip right there. I've had a bad day. Kong, 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 whoosh, and then they break seconds later. This one, I want my second army.
We look upon the mortal lands once again, having ventured into the realm of chaos. But we return empty-handed. The Tome of Fates requires the twisted souls of demon princes if we are to illuminate the hidden path to the Forge, where Be'lakor lurks. We are not the only ones who seek the dying god. They employ their own methods to cross the veil into the realm of chaos. We must act with haste.
What happens if we go and, murder Kislev, who are the ones who just got the soul? Real question. Asking for a friend.
My blood fury was unstoppable! Stop!
Jesus Christ, that movement is absolutely insane.
Glory to the blood god!
No, that would not shock me. It's a damn shame. I know this is going to sound so strange. Can I talk this out for a second? Let me process my thoughts here, so I don't sound even stupider than I actually am. Why is there a skull floating? Okay, we're just going to move on. If I prefer gimmicks, custom battles, objective-based stuff, right? I hate to keep defaulting to it, but one of the things I loved about StarCraft 2 is there is not a single mission in that entire campaign, of all three campaigns, that is your basic, you have a base, they have a base, go. Every single mission has variety to it and design to it, and map triggers and gimmicks, and it's designed around certain units. You get what I'm talking about, right? There's stuff. There's stuff to do, and that's awesome. So the reason I'm talking this up is not to bash the game I'm playing. Quite the contrary. It's to try and talk something out that's been confusing me a bit. Because on paper, doing objective-based campaign stuff should be more enjoyable to me than just sandbox. And yet... And if you remember, we had this exact same problem with a previous game. Now, this was before the Oblivion line. This is a while ago. We were playing called? Age of Wonder Planetfall was the name of the game. And we were going through the campaign, and it sucked. I was not enjoying it. And it got to the point where I was so ground down, just really wanted to put the game down. So then we did one random skirmish map, you know, sandbox mode, and had fun with it. And it's just like... Wish they didn't have summoning sickness, but what can you do? Yeah, exactly, Trihexi. Why is this suddenly fun? And we've technically already run into this. I was enjoying playing as Cathay. Granted, we didn't get that far. But I was enjoying playing as Cathay and IK, as well as playing as Kemia, or whatever his name is. The dragon dude. The dragon elf. And the Chaos Dwarves, while we're on the subject. Imbric, thank you. It started with an I. Hey, let me move an inch. And at the end of the day, I think Huthor, it's partially what Huthor said, that the game is just designed to be a battle simulator. Sure. And therefore doesn't lend itself towards objective-based, you know, unique stuff. But I think there's another layer to this, too. Damn it. I think part of it, and I don't want to sound like this is a negative, even though it totally is the fact that I think these developers don't know how to do that. I don't think they know how to design maps. I don't think they know how to build that kind of thing, right? Or if they do, they haven't been devoting the time and energy that kind of thing requires to do so.
Demons, go further!
I think we're going to do a couple of things here.
Skulls, torn, come on!
Oh my god, we are just... Let's just run over them. Let's just run over them. Let's just get this out of the way. We're going to occupy. This is one of the ones we actually want to take. Hi.
Glory, skull!
Okay. I don't really have anything for you to do. Why don't you... Well, again, maybe it's just a allocation of resources thing, Luke. Let me put it to you this way. I am a good writer. That is not bragging. That is something that I now have demonstrable proof of. However, let's say that I spent 3 days really focusing on writing this wonderful epic story, Little Empires, and then I was given an hour to just hash out something on the side, right? The fact that I'm a good writer does not make the fact that that hour story is still going to be good, right? So it really could just be, you know, a allocation of resources situation. Maybe they were just focusing on everything else. Focusing on the factions, focusing on the unit balance, focusing on strategic layer stuff. Instead of this mode that we're playing right now. Now, having said all that, I've been processing this around, and I think this is negative worthy. To be completely honest, I do think that this mode is undercooked, and I do think that it is not fun. I will never play it again. Like, I'm walking away from this, and I think, like I said, I think it's the hour thing I just mentioned. I think that they either didn't have the time or the talent or the resources or whatever to devote to this to make it as awesome as it probably could be, and instead it's just kind of there. And it's even better because, and Tootie pointed this out earlier, this mode is actually in the way of the core gameplay. Is it Gore Feast the one I wanted? Yes, I want that.
All the better to spill blood.
So, that's my take on it from an outside perspective.
Good triumphs, enemy slaughtered.
Also true, Scion. Even someone who's good at something can occasionally screw up and make a mistake. That's life. We don't always... You can be a great baseball player, but you're not always going to get home runs. That's not how that works. Really, Huthor? That's interesting. I wonder if that was designed that way. Now, I gotta write this up quickly before I lose Evo's question. I think I'm gonna do this instead. There we go. Okay. I was in the Empire. Which Empire, Evo? I don't understand which one. If only there was some way I designed so you could always tell which Empire you're referring to. Alas. Alas and alas. Favorite Total War off the top of my head? This one. No question. It's not even a question. It is absolutely this one. There are others I have considered getting into to see if I like them. Three Kingdoms is a big one. And of course, Scion keeps talking of Troy. But this one stomps all the ones I've played by a huge margin. Yeah, sure, hunt them down. Capital T, capital E, Evo. Also, Slanesh just claimed a soul. I'm just poking fun anyways. This is the second time you did it, so I'm legally obligated to poke fun. So what creative project would I do first if I lived in the Empire? I have played Shogun 2. Shogun 2 was enjoyable with a bunch of asterisks, which honestly I could say about a lot of Total War games. There was a certain point where I just kind of wanted to put Shogun 2 down. I imagine some of you who've played Total War games know what I'm talking about. When you hit that point where you're just kind of like, okay, I've had my fill, and then you just put the game down, right? I'm good. Moving on. Okay, so now we need to go down to the Northern Waste. What is the capital of the Northern Wastes? The Shifting Monolith, which I believe is over there. Okay. Okay.
Blood! Wrath incarnate.
Yeah, you know what I mean, Dr. Winter. I mean, it's not like the game is bad, it's just the game, it has a lot of the end game problems a lot of strategy games have. You get to a point where it's like, alright, I have enjoyed myself, I've enjoyed this playthrough, I'm now going to move on and do something else. And, you know, and then you come back later to play it again from scratch to enjoy the part of the game that's enjoyable. That's not exactly a thing that's exclusive to strategy games. The example I love to give is Neverwinter Nights 1. A game I really enjoyed replaying Act 1 of, and then I put the game down because I've had my fill. Okay. To my knowledge, all the Total War games are by the same company, Linear Roof. If I'm not mistaken. By the way, same question to you, Evo. I appreciate your questions, I really do. I am not doing great mentally today, so it's nice to keep myself mentally busy. I have an imminent rebellion again. Still? Oh, was just another one. Okay. Yeah, actually, yeah. KOTOR 2 and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. perfect examples. I love replaying the first city in VTMB and playing usually up to, oh, what was that stupid planet? The Civil War planet in KOTOR 2. And then it's like, yep.
Lay siege against
Good.
chaos.
We are playing as Korn, Killer Bean. Onderon, thank you. That's the one. I could see, first of all, you asked the question, Evo. It's about priority, though. What do you do first? What's the first thing you go through? You know what? Actually, there are several Final Fantasy games I put down before the end. Let me actually switch that. There are very few Final Fantasy games I actually bothered to play all the way through the end game, all the way to the outro. I always play 4, 5, and 6 through the outro. And honestly, the only other ones would be 8 and 9, I think. That's it. That's the list. Who are you? Skaven. I actually enjoy KOTOR 2 and KOTOR 1's intro. Asterisk. Yes, Evo. The asterisk here is, if you saw the KOTOR review, you know that I define KOTOR 1's intro as, what's the name of the damn planet? The first planet. The whole first planet. Before you get to Dantooine. It's a bit of a meaty intro. Terrace, thank you. But if we count all of Terrace, good intro. Honestly, probably the best part of KOTOR 1, in my opinion, is Terrace. It's a very well-designed planet that I did gush about a great deal when we were playing it. Let's say yes, Evo. But you don't have infinite time in there. You gotta rent it, right?
Hunger to slay.
It's okay, though. You can spend some time in there. You can spend some time in there every day. The KOTOR 2 intro. The KOTOR 2 intro is kind of a mixed bag for me, because I absolutely enjoy it, but I will freely admit I enjoy it less on replay. And I do. I'm just going to admit to that. It's a great intro. It deserves pauses, but if you remember the review, we did ding it for the fact that it just does not hold up a second time around. It very much falls into the unskippable cutscenes problem of, okay, come on, let me get to the good stuff. Because there's some great stuff that I still enjoy replaying in the KOTOR 2 intro. The dialogue boss with the droid, for example, is a perfect example of that. But then there's everything else. Yeah, sure. You're not doing anything ever. Success! Yeah, there are several games where it's just like, can we get on with it? Well, if I'm making a game, Evo, you actually know the tutorial game I would make, because I've already designed it. Or rather, I've given you the design docs. Does Evo remember, though? You're gonna get a rebellion, don't care. Nothing I can do about it. But I guess there is something I can do about it. I don't think blood tastes good, unless you're really into iron, which, I mean, maybe, I don't know. So I'm gonna face a choice soon. I could go try to retain my hold on that province, or I could go try to knock over Slaanesh. Wait, I have a garrison?
We must weather a siege.
How do I... Never mind. Let's see how this works. No, it was the Galaxy Builder game. You play as Madness building the galaxy, and there's that... You know, you can be as hands-on or hands-off as you want, and you can, like... Oh! Okay, that's not what I wanted. Alright, hang on. So let's adjust this. Make the climate a little bit better. No, that's not gonna... So because you remembered, Evo, you get... one adorable hammerhead hug. Hug!
for the dark gods!
What are we facing here? We're facing Nurgles. What are you? Nurglings! Oh, I'm not worried about those. Might be worried about those. Here, come here. Come here. You get to be here for now. No, Papa Neeks. Yeah, we've got a bunch of Hutherites up there.
Chaos Warriors of Khorne!
Let's do something weird. I do, Evo. We've talked about it more than once, if you remember. And I remember saying, but it's a dungeon crawler, and therefore the worst game ever. And you said, I agree completely, Laura. And then there was some weird thing about calling me master and drool, and it's a side effect of the mind control. Come on, game. Ah! Come on, game. Please? There you go. Why are you doing this? Of course not, Evo. Of course not. Pshing! Alright, there we go. The shark is actually a memory eraser. Because he's fun, Killer Bean. He's one of the few factions I actually enjoy playing as. Both strategically and... Oh my god, Scion. And tactically.
Followers of Chaos!
What we haven't played is the Orcs yet, and the Orcs don't have access to the Realm of Chaos campaign. So, by default, the Orcs were off the table for the start.
For Khorne!
I do have the Chainsword. So...
Chaos Warriors of Khorne! Spreading destruction!
Which faction do I like most aesthetically? Ask me again after I've played them all, which it's worth noting, have not done yet.
Slaves to
They're doing something not what I expected, which is actually great. Put it right in there. Here.
darkness calls!
More of them. Keep going, keep going.
Yes! Carnif steals us!
Oh, yeah, that's great. This is great. Oh yeah, no, Slanesh is just the best for aesthetics.
Northern
Also, vomit. Alright, Hutherites.
for the dark!
You're all dead, just so you know.
Eviscerate them!
Of the factions I've played so far, which is just the Realms of Chaos, which I've played all of them, I would say aesthetically I liked Cathay the best. Having said that, I liked the look of the High Elf stuff. I know people were making fun of it for saying it was a Disney castle when we were sieging them, but honestly, I like that look. I think it looks cool. They're just gone. They're just gone. Holy crap. Destructoed. We have not played as the Tomb Kings, or, honestly, most races that are not Realm of Chaos races we have not played as. Again, on purpose. Trying to set up our Realm of Chaos campaign first. And it came between Kislev and Khorne, and, well, here we are, playing as Khorne. Oh yeah, I have this ability right now. It's just...
They die! Make clay!
Nurgle... Nurgle is not a bad race. You'll notice I didn't give him any negatives. I haven't given any faction negatives yet. But I think Nurgle needs a polishing pass or two. I think Nurgle could be a fantastic faction with a couple of updates. Or maybe even just one solid, you know, focused polishing pass update. Slaanesh kind of works okay as is, just not very much not my style, and also I'd rather rip out my tongue than play as Slaanesh. Tzeentch worked a lot better for me in terms of gameplay, but I hated the aesthetic sufficient that I would never commit to that long term. There we go. The second game. Alright, same question back, Evo. Good night, 10-headed Hydra. Whoop, hang on. Good night, 10-headed Hydra. So you can see him nicely because he's light silver, you know? And of course, I'm wearing black. Contrast. Is he dead yet? No, hang on. Any second now. And he's gone. And hollow victory. No, that's what we call a sweep. We only lost 178. We destroyed them. Hang on, Evo. Give me a sec. Sorry, the shark says you have to answer first. See, not as visible over here. So we gotta put you over here. There we go. No, Mr. Red. Yeah, you're as right. Them's the rules. Well, I could use some skulls since we're doing okay. You know what's funny is I imagine if I was... God damn it, Alex. I wasn't e-begging. I was stating a fact. I imagine if I was to... Oh, excuse me. World? If I was to play as Khorne in Immortal Empires, I'd probably enjoy it. Well, I'll tell you what, Evo. Oh, God. Yeah, I actually don't like e-begging in general. But yeah, this just... Like I said, the worst case scenario... Well, the worst case scenario is the world blows up. But the second worst case scenario is that I take over the world. But the third worst case scenario is that the bank shuts down. But the fourth worst case scenario is that I will someday, probably years from now, physically make... That's going to be like a 20-hour trip in order to go get my frigging money back. But I will put that towards Pokemon Arceus, Shadows of Loathing, Patchwalker. Thank you, Alex, very much. I have ensured this mistake will not happen again, even by accident, which is how it happened this time. That's the thing that irritates me the most. I have no idea how this happened in the first place. And I don't even know what to say about that. But whatever, as they say. The fifth worst case scenario is that Mr. Red suddenly is like, Lore, I want to do all the highlight reels. And I'm like, done! That's not my door. This is just the day, isn't it? So, Amazon sends a picture when they do a delivery. So I pull it up because I'm like, that doesn't look like my door. And lo and behold, it super isn't. That is not my door. I don't even have to look because I know exactly where that is. Okay. Damn it, Yura! I knew it! Taking my stuff. Okay. Is it downstairs? No. It's actually... So, here's what's going to happen. Either they're just going to take it, end statement, Or they're going to put it to their office, and it'll sit there forever and never show up where I'm at. End statement. Ooh. Or, what's going to happen is, and this is the least likely, is that either they or their office will actually recognize that it's for over here, because this is a semi-common problem between the two complexes. And someone will take it over here and be like, hey, and either put it on the door or knock at the door or something, and be like, here you go. Because I know exactly where the package is. So there's an apartment complex right over there. And for reasons only familiar to the insane, it is weirdly common that stuff for here will go there, and vice versa.
Skulls.
Well, we took care of the rebellion. Damn it, Mr. Red, I knew it. You did this, didn't you?
Carter sends us on. Moving.
You know, that's a good point. I feel bad for Amazon, really. They have so little going for them. They're a big army. Damn you, Mr. Red.
Blood Reaper.
I always knew. I always knew.
Blood Reaper can.
Yeah, the plucky underdogs at Amazon. What's the recurring joke about Blizzard? You gotta give them credit. They're just a little indie startup company. I mean, Scarbrand is pretty big, but yeah, that's just my unit icon. That's just the lord of that particular army, and so that's the one you see on the overworld map. That's why you see that dude, this guy right here, Herald of Corn, as the leader there. He is pretty big. He's like,
I feel nothing.
I want to say 4 or 5 meters tall, something like that. Okay, so what haven't we done yet? Construct a building within a chaos cult. We haven't gotten a chaos cult yet. Defeat armies. Do the quest. Defeat this specific thing. We haven't done combat trial stance because we've been busy. There's not been a lot of skull piles to get. We need to recruit 2 more things. And we still haven't maintained control of a single province. We've had this quest since the beginning of the friggin' game. Because we keep losing this place right down here, and it's really getting frustrating. We have 1 building in 4 provinces right now, if you're paying attention to that. It's just, we've been playing whack-a-mole, and then there's the race thing, and it's all the other issues I've already complained about. So, boop. It's okay, Disco. We here at Amazon are family. We want you to think of us as your family. And you wouldn't skimp on your family, would you? Hey, blood hosts are even better. Oh, we just had a cult manifest. I was just talking about that. Okay, let's make a cult building. What do we got here? Instantly transport your faction leader to this settlement. I might hold on to that. Windlord is present, gain skulls. In this province, gain skulls. Skulls per turn. Let's do skulls per turn. Alright, you have to make a non-dungeon crawler, you go. Wait, hang on. Okay, you have to make a non-dungeon crawler, but then I have to answer you first. Make it fair. Fire Shark, so fair and just. Roguelike. Oh my god. So skulls gained from kills increased. Range for skull cannon. No. Gore agreed for minotaurs. I haven't even used a minotaur yet. Grants gift. Corn's gift, which is a crappy weapon. Fire resistance for the blood crushers, which we don't use. Casualty replenishment for bloodletters. Yes. Skull Throne cost and ability. Oh, yes. So these 2 I definitely want. These 2 lower left ones. I'll have to pick a third one. We'll do that one first. That's a nice big replenishment rate for our bloodletters, which is our primary force.
Incarnate.
Jump scare mansion.
Sacred executioner.
Who are you? Don't care.
God's decree. Tear them apart.
Not quite. Didn't think so. Unless... Nope. Okay, that's okay. And that's not up for 5 turns, and yeah, okay, cool. Well, I think that's all we can do. So, Nurgle has... Yeah, what am I looking at there? So, Nurgle... The Poxmakers have a something soul. Seducers have a Slanesh soul. Ice Court has a Khorne soul. And it looks like the Oracles of Zinch have a Zinch soul? Do you think there'll be a Total War 4? Maybe. But honestly, from everything I've read, that's like a decade in the future. From everything I've read, they are full tilt supporting Total Warhammer 3 for like the foreseeable future. So I wouldn't anticipate a Total Warhammer 4 anytime soon. Oh, right, Yura, you asked me a question and I completely spaced on it. I apologize for that. Where was that option that you were talking about? Wow, you can just adjust the difficulty on the fly. Holy crap. Yeah, it was unit scale, but I don't... Does anybody know where, or indeed if, there's a unit scale option? We can change the unit banner scale, which isn't helpful. Remind me to poke at it later. We'll see.
These lands shall rot red.
I guess I can poke at it now. Let me save really quick. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that they've been building up to Warhammer 3 for the last 8 years or whatever. Now, Warhammer 40k, which is something I've been wanting a Total War game for a while. There it is. Unit size. So let's set it to small. Let's continue the campaign we were just doing. See how it varies. I'm not sure. That feels like that's a thing that's cosmetic, but I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, there's also Age of Sigmar, which I know very little about. Other than the fact that it's planar. And there's no Maw, excuse me.
Blood Reaver.
Okay, so really, dude? Alright, so I have to make my second game. So I've already made the Galaxy Builder game, the tutorial game. But now I need to tutorialize every other type of game that exists. So I need to make some kind of side-scroller. Platformer of some type. Because I want to someday make the Empire of One game.
Singing. Play.
Actually, no, just... So I need to come up with a platformer to make.
Scorbrand. Slade.
Valiant defeat, huh? Ooh. I also noticed we're not getting our reinforcements for that, so let's... Think about this for a second. Let's do this. Let's siege them. They'll probably counterattack us in a minute. That's okay. Let's get them out of march stance and up here so they can support the aforementioned siege.
Praise Khorne.
Yeah, praise Khorne, blah, blah, blah. Well, I already hate the beastmen from fighting against them. That's its own problem. Oh, hey, we had some good RNG. In one turn, we got 2 ruins taken. That's amusing. You're about to have rebels again. Could you stop? Why are we at 96 control? And by 96, I mean negative 96. What in God's name? That is just an insane amount of Nurgle corruption, and there does not appear to be anything we can really do about it at the moment. Alright, whatever. Enjoy. Okay, so. Do we have our reinforcements? We do. Good. This might be a rough fight. Actually, we could, Alex, but that'd be kind of a waste of an army, especially given how expensive armies are. Yeah, get a lot of bleach. Just straight bleach. Interesting. Well, obviously, you will go... Where will you go? You could go over here if you wanted to, because you're Scarbrand. You can do whatever you want to. See you around, Killer Bean. And then we've got the army, which we're going to refer to as the army. It doesn't look like they did, Yura. I don't see any difference, like, at all, really. So I don't know what that option actually does. They don't seem smaller, for example. Yeah, he still looks like he's 20 feet tall. I don't know. The Morgoth method. I mean... So I can't decide if I want to be really stupid and just leave Scarbrand Ray out there by himself. See, that's what I thought too, Thor, but this does not seem like a much smaller amount of units. Visually. Oh, look, that's one unit right there. I don't know. Whatever. I turned it to minimum, whatever that is. Jesus Christ, look at this army. There's a square formation army of just death. Well, alright, start battle. And immediately pause. Okay, what are we dealing with? Oh, you can see the enemy. They have a hell of a line, too. Look at that. Look at that line. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and move forward a bit. Gonna get stuck in. Actually, since they're leaving Scarbrand alone, I'm gonna live with that for a moment. Play.
The exiled one.
He's also fast enough I could use him for harassment if I really wanted to, which I'm actually thinking about doing it. Oh, no, here we go. Perfect. They sent over a couple of units after Scarbrand, which is probably the dumbest thing they could possibly do.
Blood. Skull slaughter.
Get stuck in there and just get some kills going. We're just going to weather this assault here on the chin. Nothing fancy, just get in there. Just get in there. Nothing fancy. In about a minute, we'll have a few more forces to play with. They sent their cavalry. Their cavalry after Scarbrand. line is just being a front line. That's pretty much exactly what I was expecting.
Yes.
What we're going to do for the moment, we're going to try to break these. Get some kills in.
Skulls. Slaughter.
Where's the chainsaw? We're up to 34% buff already.
Slaughter. Blood.
The Skull Takers approach!
I mean, maybe they're just do what they can with what they can, but we're about to get some reinforcements, and that's going to go very badly for them. Because there they are. Hi, here's my entire other army.
Cowblade bands.
I want you to go up after them. And I need you guys. It's boring, honestly. I hate to sound so negative, but I've been tuning out the music for like 3 days now. Go and get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. You've done your job. Let them do theirs.
Most brutal bloodthirster.
We have not done any musical tests yet, no. Come on, Scarbrand. Get out of there. Wait, I have to kill enemies in this game? Are you sure? They're running. Let them run. Okay, now I've got to hear it. Hang on. I've got to. I've got to. Oh, we are absolutely destroying them. Close victory, my ass. Yeah, we have too strong of an infantry line for Slanesh, I think. In fact, we're going to start doing some encirclement now. Because they have holes now. Look at this. Hang on. Do you want to do the Doom? Here, let's do the Morrowind test first, because it's not going to work. It's not. Oh yeah, no, that's perfect.
Scorbrand. Ocorn. Tooth of death. Gouge. Mutilate.
Oh my god, they are just turbo dead. Just go kill whatever you can see. Just kill them. Just kill them.
The exiled one.
They feel our lashes!
We took some pretty bad losses. But, yeah. We killed 1,900 enemies. We only lost 1 unit in that. It wasn't exalted, so that sucks. We could get a lot of skulls out of that. Or we could let's grab the skulls. I'm gonna need them in a few seconds. Oh no, we've got rebels. No, rebels again. It's just gonna be a thing, isn't it?
Scorbrand obeys.
You lose. I think we know how this is gonna go. It's just, we will occupy this one.
Do not close the pleasure hives.
And the pleasure hives are closed.
So much murder!
Alright, you're gonna die soon, so go back to March.
Legion,
Go see if you can do something about this nonsense.
Blood
Ooh.
Reaver.
I don't know what to do with them. They'll never know the safe word. It's banana.
Let blood flow! Singing! Play!
Well, he's very large, Mr. Red. Whoops.
God triumphs! Enemy slaughtered!
His ultimate command ability, Mr. Red, is called Revel in Slaughter. It's just an aura that gives leadership and melee attack.
Intensify my blood rage!
Ah, that would explain why, Huthor. It's okay, Evo. I'm actually still pondering your question. Because the problem is, I need to come up with a scenario. You. That's the Skaven. In early extant history, in which a side-scroller would actually be applicable.
Real blood! Scarbrand! Slave cold! Let me can teach!
No, it's just the doing the turns.
Praise Korn! Lord of murder!
Good night, Lunaruth. Thank you for the kind words. And I hope you have a good one. Because if you don't...
Blood awaits elsewhere. Lost sight, fury.
Alright, so, for real, stop freaking rebelling.
Victims.
What it? We could probably test that super quick here. Let's just save. And exit super quick. Now, I believe we have that option set. So we're just gonna pay this agreement, double check an 8. There it is, unit size. Okay, so campaign. I'd like to start a new campaign
Bring me to my men.
as the best race in the game.
Clan most triumphant, yes, yes.
The golden age of the dwarves is past. Their hegemony over the realm-spanning World's Edge Mountains now dwindles to but a fraction of their former glory. Now, dwarves are good eating. No, Mr. Red, but we're playing as the Skaven. It should be pretty obvious as the Skaven if the unit size thing is active. We could also have done Chaos Dwarves because they've got those swarms of laborers. Or Nurgle, because he has Nurglings. And there's probably a couple others. Nobody is as big a brain as Claw. Nobody. Come on, come on. Attack. Go, 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 go. Go. Gameplay rewards. Now, that's an interesting loop. Okay, I could tell at a glance that that's already... Look at that. Look at that.
Clan rats!
That's a Skaven squad. Yeah, that's pretty small, all things considered. Check the orcs over here. And yeah, there's their expendable squad. Look at that. That's like a quarter of the size it probably should be. So, does this have any impact other than visual and loading? You missed it earlier, Huthor. We were playing around with that new skirmish mode with the mutators. And so I cranked the size of units to max, thinking it would make them physically larger. It did not. So I would send one unit, which would just cover a hill. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Oh, right, sorry. Anyways. That would be this morning's Scion. We played around with skirmish mode and the what it's called, Magics of Madness or something like that mode, and then the mutator mode, and then we poked at Kislev to give them a fair shake, because I never really did. Then we started up the Khorne campaign, which we are currently still doing. You mean the one that you've talked about the most, and most recently, Evo? No, I have no memory. Could you stop for 5 seconds? God damn. I could kill you with a garrison. Oh yeah, I probably should. Remind me to change that option back. So that's not a problem later.
Impossible.
Lie. You know what I do to people who lie to me. I rescind the shark hug.
Thorns will.
Just run over.
Skulls await.
Couldn't that be? Oh, right. We got rid of them. Put on them instead. I've been tuning them out completely. Mr. Red. Yeah, we did it earlier, Dr. Winter. That's actually how we beat the last rebellion. If only you believed in me, Evo. Shake head sadly. Alright, you keep going south. You can't move yet. Oh yeah, music. Oh, hang on.
Slaved Khorne.
So, Locus of the Endless War. Increase movement speed after winning a battle. +3 blood hosts. Yeah. I'm running out of things to buy on him. Holy crap. What's the level cap again? I guess we could start going, actually getting him army stuff. That's a weird thought. Or we could start getting replenishment rate on him. That might be worth a while.
Intensify my blood rage. Wrath incarnate.
I mean, I've literally given you other ideas and feedback on that game idea. Come on. The RTS RPG hybrid. Yes. That one.
He must grow more powerful.
Oh, right.
Very well. Destroy!
Pyrrhic victory? Okay.
Skulls for the scoundrel.
Serve your purpose.
Pity is weakness.
Hey, we took another settlement. Finally.
I'll collect it from within.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that sounds like a difficulty option or a gameplay option. That really shouldn't be a video option. That's kind of weird, but whatever, I suppose. What do we have access to? Eternal War.
The land is infected. Slaughter.
Let's get a little scouting out before they die. Well, I could build them, of course, Alex, or I could knock over a settlement, which allows me to just summon an army, like this one. I don't get to build the army, but there's an army there, because I knocked over a settlement. What are these Skaven doing? Do I need to kill you?
Master Engineer.
I will kill you. Maybe I should kill them. Should I kill them? Like, they look like they're trying to take these empty spots. And you know what? Let's just do it. Kill them. Declare war. Aye. Sorry, Skaven, but you're eyeballing my territory, and that was your only mistake. You get one mistake. You know what I could do, Evo? I could set a platformer which you play as the Devourer. And he goes through levels establishing the Trent Empire, which would eventually become the Supremacy. Like each stage he takes down another local leader or warlord or someone who's trying to oppose that. It has to be a platformer. Mega Man.
I will not run, please.
Wow, they have a lot of junk frontline infantry. Just junk frontline infantry. Honestly, just whatever at this point.
Brutal bloodthirster.
Well, we're gonna be funny. Just this once.
Think it well.
Hi, I'm Scarbrand. Are you familiar with our Lord and Savior, Skulls and Blood? Unsurprisingly, works. Okay, then there's the entire rest of my army.
Action! The exiled one.
Alright, let him run. Let him run. I got other things.
Insufficient slaughter here.
Those wolves regretted that decision immediately.
Yes!
I like how in the time it took Dr. Winter to say 63 kills as a rookie numbers, we're up to 80. Why am I even fighting with the rest of you? You can give up. Seriously, I would strongly recommend giving up.
Without mercy. I'm battle. Court demands movement.
Those are Skaven slaves. We're very tired. I'm not sure why. I feel great.
It is done. Skulls. Skullblood.
Hi.
And Slaughter's blessing.
Yes, someone was asking why Scarbrand was exiled. I didn't know the whole story, so I just kept my mouth shut. I know it's something to do with Zinch screwing with him in order to make him go against Korn, and Korn was like, yo, dude, not cool. Scarbrand was like, dude. And then Korn was like, dude.
I must. Blood.
We're up to 176 kills, by the way. Wait, why would he attack when his back was turned? That's just crazy talk. He's fast. I don't think he's fast enough, but he's fast.
Blood. Skulls. Slaughter.
Go ahead and run. Like, actually run. Has anyone not fled yet? Come on, buddy. Come on back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't think we're gonna catch him. We are actually catching him, but it's really slowly. One hit in. And he's gone. Okay, fine, whatever. Anyways, damn. Like he looks behind himself here, and there's no Scarbrand, who is still going, just still following. I just got a speed banner. Ugh. I mean, can we keep murdering them? I do love killing, just in general. You know, it's just. But no, it looks like they either fled or are dead or something. I'm not 100% sure. See, I don't even like the idea, Evo. It's just the first thing I came up with. Alright, Evo. It's all on you now. You have to come up with a platformer idea set in early extant history. Go! Yep, it's all on you. Yeah, let's just run over that quickly. Exactly, but it has to be a platformer, Mr. Ed. That's the whole idea. Achieve victory in multiple defense battles. Increase leadership aura size. Increase leadership. And keep moving a bit. I'm here to talk to you about your extended warranty. Oh, okay, Evo. I'm sorry. I'll stop bothering you. Oh, wow, Uthor. That sounds amusing. Yeah, I think we're just going to go down the blue line for a bit. That feels like a good choice.
Wrath incarnate.
And even more mobility, please. All the mobility.
My blood fury was unstoppable.
That's a good question, but as weird as this may sound, Uthor, I'm not sure it's... The one I've done so far has increased my interest. Because we've been focused almost entirely on the realm of chaos, which by natural interest has, or natural consequence, has been primarily chaos forces, right? And this particular story arc, none of which interests me. Now, Cathay caught my eye a little bit. And I'm curious what's going on with the Chaos Dwarves, but otherwise it's just like, yeah, okay. But ask me again when we start getting a little more stuck into it, and that's true. It hasn't reduced it. Think of that what you will. Exalteds, finally. Oh, but don't we already have? We do. So why am I doing this? This is literally redundant. Look at that. Yeah, you know me. I do like to start with the hardest, / worst, / most aggravating stuff first.
Now you'll suffer and scream.
Who are you? Oh, you're Norska. What do you got for me? Oh, they're at war with me. Okay. Cool. Dams equal not found. Hey!
Mountain fury.
Let's see if we can finally knock Slanesh off the map. Something I've been trying to do for the entire campaign. I think we can fix that, Alex. Can we fix it? Oh, that's right, Huthor, I meant to tell you.
God's chosen.
Oh, absolutely, Euro. That would just be awful. So, last night we finally got to play our first tidbit of Darktide. Now, let me get the negative out of the way first. Ugh, Nurgle. That's actually one of my only negatives. I do have a couple of other negatives. The game is arduous to get to the point where we can actually play it. Like, we spent the entire night getting set up, making the characters, doing the prologue, going through the tutorial, and then finally we could group up, and then we got to do one mission, and then that was it for the night. So it's like, I do have one other complaint, and it might just be because I'm a moron. Which, as we all know, I am, so that would make a lot of sense. And that's the fact that I had a really hard time understanding the battle map for selecting missions. Because, for example, going through in Vermintide, there was a definitive pattern to it, right? There was a campaign, and you would do mission 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And there was an arc, a story arc going through it, which is part of what we enjoyed about that. There does not appear to be any of that for Darktide. There does not appear to be a campaign, even though there's clearly objective-based missions. That sucks. But even ignoring that suckitude, I honestly was having trouble understanding the map, so I'll probably have to spend more time actually looking at it at some point. What are you? Ah, okay. So go ahead and get stuck in there. Do I think Vermintide 2 is fun to play with bots? I don't know. Obviously, you're asking me to just guess, but the truth is I don't have any information to call from. I've never seen the bots in Vermintide 2. I don't know how they play. I don't know how good, bad, or in between they are.
Annihilate!
Well, see, my first thought when I was looking at it was that the map reminded me a lot of Diggy Dig, which I can never think of the proper name of. Deep Rock Galactic, that's it. I don't know how on point that is. It's just something I was reminded of when looking at it. Mountain in a hurry. Just doing spins. But for whatever it's worth, the one map we did was reasonably fun. I am playing as the Ogre, consequently. We have 2 Psychers, 1 Sniper, and an Ogre, and I'm the Ogre. Yeah, we just... God, that's pathetic. They killed so few. Let's skull it up, I think.
We will reclaim Slanesh's tribute.
Say that. Evidence is not in your favor. Yeah, I will admit, probably one of my very... This isn't even a complaint. This is more like in absence of a positive things. I wish there was more customization for the heroes. Because I like that sort of thing. And there's only 4. You'd think they could really, you know, balance out some cool stuff between them. Instead, it feels a little bit more like Destiny, which I shouldn't speak ill of, but I was pretty bored of because all the classes played pretty similarly. I do love the fact that my primary grenade attack is just throwing a box of grenades at someone and doing a ton of damage to one thing. That's amusing. So, let's wipe out Slaanesh, shall we? I'm sick of you existing. I have conquered the city I'm about to attack 3 times already. Catenators. I don't think I knew that. Yeah, bonk. Horny jail. How's the Mechanicus test doing? How many of you even noticed I had Mechanicus music playing for the last, like, 10 minutes? Oh my god, we actually have too many troops. It's just such a weird problem to have. It isn't Euro. That's why we decided to start doing music tests. I'm not going to give it a negative, I don't think. It's not actively bad music. But honestly, I can barely tell the music's there half the time. It's so generic. I don't know how else to put it. At least from what I've heard so far. Granted, again, we're playing a lot of Chaos factions. That might be part of it. Wow. So let me tell you a little story about Darktide while we're on approach to the enemy. So we're doing a mission. There's a narrow walkway with rails on either side. And for those of you who haven't played Vermintide or Vermintide 2 or Darktide, when you go over a rail, you don't die. You like start to slowly lose HP as you dangle there waiting for one of your comrades to help you. You are helpless while that's happening. Not that I'm, trying to foreshadow or anything, but I'm standing there. And I scooch a little bit past an explosive barrel. So I don't even see the damn thing. Naturally, my good and most trusted comrades who are playing with me immediately decide to shoot the barrel. Now, I'm an Ogre. I'm like, I don't know, 3.5 meters tall, something like that. So I'm like, And this hilarious animation plays as I just kind of go, whoa, and go over the edge. It honestly looks kind of bugged, if I'm being blunt. And I'm just sitting there going, what are you... And then they start having issues, and I'm like, hey, can someone please get me up? And they're like, I'll get you up in a minute. We're busy. And I'm like, you know, if you had knocked me over the edge, I can handle that, because what I've been very, very good at is essentially tanking. I can just go right in and just sweep my way through things, and everything looks at me, right? And it's been pretty effective so far, all things considered. And yeah, the charge is a great initial, especially since, you know, they just fall over and then they're like, ugh. Now let's do this. A couple formations, nothing fancy, really. That would be cool. My biggest actual complaint about Darktide right now is that it's too little of a game. There's just not enough there to really justify sinking my teeth into. You know what I mean? But, like another game I could mention, Overwatch, the core gameplay mechanics, the mechanisms of gameplay, are all fantastic. The only thing it needs is content. What are you doing? Yeah, no, Vermintide 1 and 2 were the same way. We only played Vermintide 2 once all the DLCs were out. For reasons I think are self-apparent, honestly. Oh, right. Not cavalry, which I sort of forgot about. Get it there. I mean, I admit I hate Gene Stealer cults, but I'd be down for some content, so I'm with it in principle. Aw, that's weird, actually. No offense. Like, you'd think they would at least brought it up, right? And be like, yeah, we've been playing Vermintide 2 lately, and you'd be like, oh, cool. You want another? We've been having kind of the opposite problem with one of our mutual acquaintances. It's like, hey, can I play? I see you're playing that. Can I play? That's true, Scion. And I do like destroying chaos. It's just, I kind of like destroying chaos permanently. Can we do that? Can we actually win? Is that an option? Is that not an option? Okay. What is left? What is left? Okay, I was gonna say. You're dead, guys. Just accept it. Alright, so now to do the ultimate, the perfect musical test. Actually, I do legitimately want to do a test because I think it'll work out well. But I gotta wait till the next battle. Yeah, I was talking about that Warhammer 40k rewrite that I will never do. I would probably get rid of the Gene Stealer cults, because I honestly feel like they don't really add to the Tyranids. I like the idea of the overwhelming hungry horde. I'm not a big fan of that, you know? Okay, so what are we missing? Tower of Flies is the last of Slaanesh, and I think we've also wiped out Nurgle, at least in this area. I think I'm right. Yep, so Nurgle is already gone. Zinch is over there. Now we've got one last Slaanesh to knock over.
Scotland, traitor will die.
And I also don't know when the next race is going to show up. The last one was on turn 30. We're on turn 52 right now.
Towards Herald.
Why aren't you dead? Like, you should be attritioning to death right now. I don't know, we do not have much of a net positive income with Thor. We have bank, but that's because I've been deliberately trying to gain money through pillaging.
Towards banners.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Alex. Really.
Feed. Pray. The wrathful Reaper.
Keep buffing that while we're here.
Harbinger of doom.
Scion probably knows that one, Yura. I am, of course, not the person to ask. Who are you? Skaven. And here's Zinch, of course. How's our corruption going? Better. We're still trying to pull down that Nurgle corruption. It's actually not going down. That's interesting. Let's get more infrastructure going. That should help. What do we got? Hang on. Do we have that? No, we don't. So we could get... I mean, we get a lot of stuff from battle, yes. Let's go with that. And that. Yeah, this is going to sound strange, but I almost wish Khorne had no building mechanics at all. Which, I believe there are factions in this game that have no base building. They just roam. Roaming armies. Okay, so we have... Right. This is that one that I just got rid of. That's what that is. So we could get Chaos Knights, Chaos Chariots. Or we could get a Soul Grinder. I'm told I like Soul Grinder. Let's start working towards getting access to Soul Grinders, shall we? We're down to 66 factions.
The taste of northern steel. The drinker of blood.
Alright. Slaanesh, I want you to stop existing. Forever. I mean, that's like a fourth of what it was, Alex. And this will probably be our last battle for the night. And by probably, I mean definitely. Apparently Horizon Zero Dawn has a DLC, and it is just for PS5. That sucks. Ugh. He's got some levels under his belt. Well, that's okay. I think we got this.
Overcome! Blood Reaper!
Jesus Christ, Dr. Winter.
Blood!
You know, the longer I've been playing as this army, the more I think I should get rid of those Chaos Warhounds. Like, I've never gotten good use out of them. They're not great harassers to begin with, and I don't have a lot of harassment to do. Now, the Blood Shrine, sure, you're semi-useful, so I'll give you that one. I'm not sure what I think of the Blood Crushers either, because they're also not that great, honestly. And yeah, they're taking up unit space, which I could be filling up with Exalted Bloodletters or anything else, like when I start getting access to Soul Grinders.
The Exiled One.
They were good early game. I actually agree with that, Bacchius, but we're way past that at this point. I rarely get an actual use out of them now. So we're going to do a nice, simple charge forwards.
Most brutal bloodthirster.
Skip. Hey, Evo. Help me, Obi-Wan of Evo. You're my only hope. Which Fallout 3 DLC am I anticipating scoring the best? That's a good question. I enjoy all the Fallout 3 DLCs on the story axis, and I will stand by that and look forward to being proven wrong when we review them.
Yes!
But, as we all know, I care about all aspects, so which one will score best in story and gameplay? I feel like either the Pit or... what's the gross one that goes down to like Jersey or something like that? Point Lookout, thank you. I think the Pit or Point Lookout might actually win that one out. Both of those are pretty good across both axes and are generally my favorite ones. Just by memory. New Vegas? So, remind me what the New Vegas DLCs are really quick. Like, just give me a list that I can look at. Here, go tie some units up.
I know! Most brutal bloodletter! Scotland! Move out!
Oh, by all means, charge. Okay, so we've got dead money. Probably not. Start with that. Honest Hearts. Old World Blues. Very good. Lonesome Road. I wasn't a big fan of Lonesome Road. And I don't even know what Gunrunner's Arsenal is. So I think based on that, I would probably give it to Old World Blues. Which, in addition to being amusing, also added some good gameplay aspects.
The drinker of blood! Seek out slaughter!
Well, then I probably wouldn't.
Scotland!
Kind of, yeah, you're right. It's closer to Oblivion, because it's based off of Oblivion. Actually, one of the things I liked about it that drew me to it when I first found out about it. I think I've told that story before. That was just a weird day. Damn it, Europe. Stop being goofy. Not allowed. We gotta be super serious around here. Around these parts. Do they even have a leader yet? Oh, they do. Wow, how is he still alive? They. How are they still alive? Go kill them, please. So, it sounds like what you're describing is something like Trine Evo, which I do like the idea of. And the game of, because I've played Trine and it's a good game. Why don't you go ahead and pull back? In fact, both of you just retreat completely.
Glory leads us on.
I don't like Lonesome Road because of the plot. Not the story, the plot. Make of that what you will. Weird problem with having too many troops and not really being able to bring them to bear.
Ox for corn. For corn. Blood, skull, slaughter. I obey. Skulls.
Yeah, sorry, you're in melee with me now, buddy. Just pop every buff. Just all of them. Oh, they're dead. Goodbye. Well, Evo, I love you. But you realize you are describing Trine at this point, right? Still a great idea. So we could do, because that's a co-op puzzle platformer. Crushed. Death to Slanesh. We lost one bloodletter in that nonsense. I think this is a skull scenario, yeah. Open battle. Faction destroyed. Yep. That's a little bit more like what I was looking for. Alright. Slanesh is gone, as it should be. Now, if we knock out Zinch, we're kind of done with the Chaos Screws, which is, ironically, one of my main goals here, is wanting to get rid of them. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a couple of things. First, we're going to take these guys, and we're just going to get rid of them, because they're just not worth the anything. And you three, I want to move to another army, but I don't have another army. So, let's actually finally, for the second time, get a second army going. Hey, Alex. He has a bad hat. Obviously, we gotta take him. That's just how that is.
God's first. Purify land.
And now, just for fun. Let's see, who are you? You're Zinch, aren't you? Nope, you're Skaven. Where's the Skaven? Whatever, who are you? That's Corn. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to link up both our lords up here, swap a couple of units, and then I'm going to sweep east and kill Khorne, but we'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm just going to do a couple things to get in position for that here really quick. I don't know what Dragon's Crown music sounds like off the top of my head, so I couldn't go for that. Where's my dudes? There they are. Where's my Exalted Bloodletters? Do I not have Exalted Bloodletters? Am I blind? I do not have Exalted Bloodletters, not for 2 more turns. Flesh Hounds, huh? 2D, preferably Evo. Flesh Hounds, Flesh Hounds, Flesh Hounds. Okay. Let's do it. Let's commit to it. Because I was already thinking about throwing my cavalry into this second army. And yeah, making Chaos Warhounds that are worth a damn would kind of be night.
A drink of blood.
More replenishment. There's all about that replenishment is Khorne. I mean, Scarbrand. Khorne corruption or recruitment. I guess we'll go with recruitment cost, for lack of another option.
Skulls.
You can take Slaughter. Ooh, I think you're right, Scion. I have that song right here. Actually, this song that was playing, Dura, actually came out in Cataclysm. Most of us heard it first in Hyjal, but yes, it also plays in several Night Elven zones. They did a bit of a revamp of several of the vanilla songs for Cata. It's kind of fascinating to listen to, if you'll indulge me for 1 second. Because, par exemple, there's... You gotta give me a second to find it. Hang on. Why is this not sorted? Okay. Really? So whoever did this rip came up with their own names for some of the songs, and I don't have those memorized. So I have trouble finding some of the songs periodically. Okay, so that's not it. This is it. So this may sound familiar to anybody who's ever played WoW. What kind of roguelike, Evo? Is the song that plays when you're dead, or when you're in certain graveyard songs, or whatever, right? Now that is the vanilla version, which is getting to the point I was going to talk about here. So we go up to Cata.
All mortal life.
That's the wrong song. Like I said, I'm still trying to find the song names, because they're not all named something logical. To me. There it is. There's this song. Now this sounds a lot like the same song, especially on stream, I'm sure. But trust me when I say this is a different song.
Executioner. Moving. Don't stop.
This is one of the Tears Fall songs, yes. And again, Cata.
Order.
You. Oh, you're the Skaven guy. God, friggin' Skaven. If you weren't so awesome, why I oughta...
Bloodshed. Fight for Blood God!
What else do you think I should fill out the second army with, other than just hounds? I mean, we could just commit to hounds and take that tech that buffs the hounds. What do you think? Real talk. We can bloodletter it up. I poked around at the spawns, but I haven't liked the spawns on any of the Chaos races I've played so far. We could also have a chaff army. It's not a terrible idea. We're gonna get rid of both our blood crushers. Push them over there.
I feel nothing but fury.
That sounds unhealthy. Being unbreakable is nice, but I usually don't have an issue with that unless I'm doing a last desperate ditch mission. Which... Hey! We took another town. Like you do. Look at that red. Ain't it red? I'm sorry, what was the question, Eva? Please, please, please. 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 Jeez, please. God, that's ridiculous, Machias. Ah, I remember that question, actually. So, let's say we could have... So, for anybody who actually gives a damn, which is exactly one of you in chat, I believe, if we could have a total war game set within the extant, what factions do you think should be involved? That's a good question, too. I like that question. Let's go with that. We finally have a province under control. It's not our initial province. We still haven't gained control of our initial province. I'm starting to think this is actually a Skaven nest. Well, it's a total war game, so it would have to be land or sea, right? It would have to be ground-bound, in other words. Nothing in space. I mean... Okay. In the interest of honesty, I could see how you could do a space total war game, but... I do not see any Skaven corruption. Just 100 core. And I also don't literally see any Skaven corruption. It's just, for some reason, we keep rolling a 1 on actually taking that freaking town. So it's ground-bound. So naturally, since we're starting stuff early, we'd set it during the War of Truculence. How did you get a soul? Also, that's another Zinch faction we haven't dealt with yet. I believe I do? Yes, 5% chance, increased chance to automatically colonize. So we do have that tech. See you around, Disco. Hopefully tomorrow. What are we grabbing right now? Ah. Improved Skull Throne and Summoned from Beyond, which is a beat spell. Snorting blood. Good lord. Ah! There's our Fleshhound's ability right there. Coincidentally enough, I need a third thing. What platform do you use? I use iTunes or Winamp, depending on what I'm after, Europe. So do we have the Azimdi as a faction? I can see that. But I feel like something like the Azimdi would fit better in a game like StarCraft. Because an Azimdi isn't going to be a squad, you know what I mean? An Azimdi is going to be like a hero unit. And I know this game has hero units, but not in the same way. We could also set it on Primus. There's a lot of factions on Primus. Like, a lot.
Must murder!
Sounds of War. Ah, bonus for large. There it is. Yeah, Primus Total War probably would work better, if I'm being completely honest. Primus would fit a lot of genres of video games. Like, a lot. Like, all of them. I literally invented a sport, so there's your sports game. So yeah, there would just be all the factions. The only real problem is I don't think many of those factions, that is so gross, would really play that differently from the others. So I'd have to think about that. We would have airships. They'd be rare super units, but we'd have airships.
Hack and cleave!
I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to commit to Hounds and Bloodletters, and we will slowly start getting tech to improve the Marauders, and we might have a Mortal Army later.
Slaves
But
of
right now... Yes, I am Huthor. Whack-a-moling... I tend to not enjoy whack-a-moling in any game. I mean, I complained about that in Dawn of War 2, if you'll remember, as well. So... It is nice to actually just be playing instead of... Hang on, there's another brush fire. Hang on, there's another brush. Hang on.
slaughter! If it means blood.
Well, I was doing it earlier, Yura. So, like, okay. So I had my capital city. I had my second city, which is this one right here. And I'd capture this one. But then I'd move my only army, because I can only afford one army, up to deal with something else. And so an enemy army would be like, oh, hey, they're undefended, and come take this spot. So I'm like, okay, I can turn around, knock it back down again, and then go off. And then another army shows up and takes it again. Now, it wasn't just in one spot. It was all over the place. Anybody watching this morning's campaign knows what I'm talking about. People were just like, we're going to attack up here, and then we're going to attack over here, and then we're going to attack over here, and then we're going to attack over here. And I'm just sitting there going, oh, my God. Quit it. Quit it. But yeah, the fact that I'm streaming 20 minutes over my cutoff time probably says something.
Very well.
So let's get in position so we can take out Zinch tomorrow.
The Tome of Fates warns that a roar from Ursun is coming.
Okay.
Prepare your armies to defend from demonic incursion. Gird your most powerful army to travel across the void and into the realm of chaos. The roar comes soon.
I guess that'll be tomorrow. Is doing the race and possibly winning. I don't know. What I do know, I'm gonna get a hard save. And then... death.